2016 was the rookie year for Chase Elliott. He was replacing the number 24 car, Jeff Gordon, who had retired the year previous, and he had a lot to step up to. His dad being a big name, former champion, Hall of Famer, and now following in the car of another Hall of Famer. So big steps to fill in. This is the 24th race of the season at Michigan, and up to this point, Elliott was having a pretty good rookie year. At this point, he had 11 top 10s, 6 top 5s, and he was 12th in points, and it was like 14th in the chase because Buescher and Stewart won, and they were back there, and because of the system, yeah. He also had led 132 laps on the season, so overall, a pretty solid rookie season. He was still looking for his first win. He had yet to win coming into this race, and he was still looking for his first win. And in the earlier race this year, in 2016, he had finished second in Michigan when leading late, and he lost. So he was kind of looking for some redemption. So he wanted to get it done. He wanted to win this race, and he wanted it bad. And so here is this race and how it went on. Now, with 3 races to go until the playoffs begun, Elliott was not locked in. He had not won, as I said. He was still looking for that first win, and a win gets you into the playoffs. So he still needed that first career win and that first win of the season to lock himself into the championship. He did not have a big points buffer on him. He only had like a 20-ish point buffer. So he really needed this win. And so wins can go a long way. And if he won, then yeah, he'd be in the playoffs. So this was a big race for him in the 2014 with only 3 races remaining.
Again, a competition caution scheduled for around lap 20th. They're on lap 19 now of the 200 laps scheduled. Joey Logano still out in front of Kevin Harvick, but only by about 3 car lengths. Battle for 6th on the right side of your screen.
See Denny Hamlin trying to take advantage of the 24 Chase Elliott as he tried to pass the lap car, the 32 of Jeffrey Earnhardt. That's a backup car for Jeffrey. He had a little accident in practice. They had to unload and prepare the backup 32 car.
When we went away, it was Denny Hamlin that was out in front of Chase Elliott, so Chase has been able to get in front of.
Around lap 50, well, lap 49, Chase Elliott would be up there trying to get into the top 5 for the first time today. So him and Joey Logano, who finished 1-2 in the earlier race this season, would have a nice little battle going on here.
Now when they come back to tracks for the second time, how much more knowledge he's gained, and his adaptation to this place is proof that he can even adapt more when he's seen a track for another time. Of course, he's been here in Xfinity too, but a second time in a Cup car is worth a lot.
Yeah, experience matters. Chase Elliott is a very, very good young race car driver, and he's going to only get better as he's able to take advantage of that experience. You saw him pass Chris Buescher, and you could see how Chris Buescher could run with him in the corner, but the minute they got to the straight, they just drove away.
Anyone from Hendrick Motorsports has been to victory lane, and that last win came from Jimmy Johnson. And that was all the way back at California.
There we see the 24 Chase Elliott has completed that pass on the 22 of Joey Logano.
Sunoco fuel and 4 Goodyear tires for Chase Elliott as well. He said the car is a tick free, but I can manage it. It'll be just an air pressure adjustment for Chase. Kelly?
Now, Hendrick Motorsports had been in a little bit of a slump, as you can see here. They were on an 18-race winless streak, the last one being Jimmy Johnson. With a rookie in the 24 and Dale Earnhardt Jr. being out due to a concussion, it had been a bit of a rough year. Elliott, as I said, looking for his first win. Johnson, he had a couple wins at the beginning of the season, but hadn't really done much since. And then Casey Kane was having a rough season. So they were still wanting to win as well. And at this point, after pit stops, Chase Elliott had got himself up to second to put Hendrick 1-2. And you're going to see the pass for second place, and then you're also going to see the updated point standings as of the lap they're on, and how important it was that Elliott was up front compared to the other guys trying to get in on points or if they needed a win.
3 of the top 5 right now are Hendrick Motorsports cars, though. Great pass for second place between Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott. Take a look at Chase Elliott threading the needle here.
Chase makes it 3 wide, drives in the middle. Like Harvick did not put up a big fight for that spot, which led me to believe that Harvick may be. You heard how loose he got, and we could see him falling backwards before they pitted. Maybe Harvick's decided, not to try to take off quite as quick. Maybe save a little bit of tire early in the run so that later in the run you don't fall off as much, because this is like Harvick put up much fight there.
Well, we talked at the top of the show how it's 3 races till the chase, and the chase standings were important. Well, these drivers have lifted. You have Kyle Larson running in 4th, Casey Kane running in 5th.
Elliott in the 24 having a good afternoon, running 2nd. In practice yesterday, he used the term security, something he needed out of his race car, that feeling that he can put it in the corner and trust it. He hasn't used that once today, and he's quick, Marty.
After this next cycle of green flag pit stops, Jimmy Johnson would have a little bit of a slow stop, and it would cost him the lead, and this would give Chase Elliott his first lead of the race on lap 117. A few laps after Elliott had gained the lead, there was a caution, and not a lot of cars pitted because they just pitted under green, so there's no need to pit. Jimmy Johnson pitted because he thought he had a tire going down, but other guys did not pit. And so Elliott had the lead, and the following restart happened, and here is the restart.
The 3, they really do. They have to have a win if they're going to move forward.
Into the restart zone, and green flag back in the air. Kyle Larson clears the 24 before they get to turn 1. A little bit of a loose condition there for Kyle Larson as he exits turn 2 and down the backstretch.
Marty, Rick mentioned track position and holding it a little while ago. Well, getting Chase standings position and holding it has been the game for Chase Elliott if he can't outright win. He may not get there today, but remember, he started 47 ahead of the cut line today, and so far the car has been good enough to hold all that, Marty.
With 44 laps to go, the leaders began to come down pit road to what could have been their final pit stop of the race. They would not need to pit after this as they would make the fuel window, but this is a money stop. This is the most important stop of the race, and whoever really gets the lead out of this could win the race if there is no caution and the race stays green. So here's what happens between the leaders on the pit stop.
Kyle Larson, race leader, has made his way onto pit road for his stop. Marty.
Rick staring squarely at potentially his first career win. Kyle Larson hits with the lead coming down pit road. Now can the pit crew do their job on the money stop of the afternoon? He slides to a stop. He told his crew, I'm very good by myself. It's a little edgy when I'm in traffic though. 4 tires, no changes, Dave.
Chase Elliott said the 24 car starts off nice, but as I catch him, being the 42, it gets a little bit snug. You got to bail me out here. Air pressure adjustment, and it looks like he may exit pit road ahead of Kyle Larson.
Race for the lead took place on pit road. Chase Elliott in front of Kyle Larson as they exit. Out in front, it's Chase Elliott. Listen into his radio.
Y'all be ready for a caution. You know it's probably coming. It's all good, buddy. The rain's coming. They don't want it to come. You just focus on driving. It will handle whatever comes at us. Nice and smooth here, man. Just drive it.
Chase Elliott, a kid who might be harder on himself than anybody that's ever watched him race.
And it all happened on the pit stop. This is side by side. The green flag pit stop on the left. Kyle Larson, you see slow on the right front tire. The 24, a very efficient right side. They both go to the lefts. It seems like both left sides were smooth, but the damage was done on the right front of the 42. Had a small lead on the 24 and lost it right here, leaving pit road. And then, as you mentioned, Jeff, you put the 4 and Brad Keselowski on 2 tires between them. That small gap turned into 2.8 seconds that Kyle Larson is trying to run down race leader Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, 2 drivers out front, running 1 and 2 that have never won in the Sprint Cup Series. Only 1 driver has scored their first career win at Michigan. That was Dale Jarrett back in 1991. It was his 29th start when he got that first win. Chase Elliott's 29th start today. Dave Burns.
I knew there'd be some numbers that would work out for Chase. He's hoping it's the final few laps in position number 1. Remember, his crew just got him there, telling them before he pitted, I need you guys to bail me out here. They got him the 1 position he needed, and that car has been stout ever since. Remember, he entered the series with so much promise, but it was the 24. Who could replace Jeff Gordon? Chase Elliott has been solid. He has learned. He has a great team behind him. Today could be that security win that locks him into the chase.
With just a few laps left in the race to go, Michael Annett cuts a tire, hits the wall, and this brings out a caution. And we know what cautions mean. They mean restarts. And so that means a late restart. And so we're going to get a look at this real quick at Michael Annett hitting the wall, causing a caution. But this caution would be crucial to the race, as it would determine the race, and there would be one last restart to determine who could win it all. So here is that restart.
02. 3 of the top 4 have never won in the Sprint Cup Series. That could all change. Green flag back in the air. A tough restart for both of them.
I think they both spun their tires to begin with, and then Blaney got into the back of the 24 and got him almost wrecked.
Kyle Larson out in front. Brad Keselowski running second. Chase Elliott has fallen to third.
9 to go in clean air. Kyle Larson just needs to hope for a caution run. 9 clean laps.
He doesn't want a caution.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He wants
there is not a
caution. Kyle Larson out in front. He's got a good gap over second place. Brad Keselowski. Chase Elliott running third.
Now, Chase Elliott would eventually pass Brad Keselowski to finish second. Second, not enough. Elliott fell short of his first career win in probably the best position he had all season. With about 15 laps to go, he was leading the race and a caution came out. 9 laps to go, there was a restart, and he failed to hold the lead. Kyle Larson took the lead away from him, as you can see here, when both of them spun their tires. Now, Elliott led 31 laps in this race, had 40 points, so a good points day. He still made the playoffs on points, but that would obviously still hurt. Here is his post-race interview.
Again at Michigan, describe that final restart for us.
Yeah, just made another mistake. Had 2 opportunities to, get out front there and kind of control the race and let Kyle get a better start on me. I spun the tires and didn't do my job right. So it's about as simple as that. When the tires are spinning, you aren't going forward, and that's what I was doing. So just need to try to do a better job at my restarts and take it the positives, I guess, and try to move on down the road. But it's definitely unfortunate. I hate to let my guys down like that. They bailed me out a few times today, and I gave it right back. So unfortunate, but we'll I guess look at the positives and get to Darlington.
I know both Jeff Gordon and Rick Hendrick came over and talked to you. You managed to smile after Rick talked to you. Are you hearing any of it, the consolation or anything like that from them?
No, I mean not really. It's just you just hate to have an opportunity like that again for a second time to make the same mistake twice here in just a handful of months isn't ideal. So I ought to know better at this point, but as I proved today, I didn't, and I don't. So I need to readjust my restarts, I guess, and just try to do a better job there, and hopefully that'll give us more opportunities down the road.
Chase, you're 27 points above the cut line now. 2 races to go. Can you manage that gap, or can you win at Darlington or Richmond?
Well, if I didn't think we could win, I'd stay home the next 2 weeks. So if I show up to Darlington, if you see me there next week, then yes, I think we can win.
All right, 24 team at Darlington. Let's watch.
But didn't get that first career win until 2 years later at Watkins Glen in the 9 car. So he had to wait quite a while to get that first career win. Kyle Larson would go on to win this race, and he would celebrate like crazy because that was his first career win. But the disappointment with the 24 team, it would be major, as I said, would have to wait another 2 years to get that first win, and almost 3 years since their last one with Jeff Gordon. As for Elliott, the rest of the year was all right. He made it through to the round of 12, was eliminated after the round of 12 at Talladega. He ended up winning Rookie of the Year that year. 2017, he made it to the round of 8. And then 2018, as I said, got his first career win. But yeah, he ends up winning in the future eventually, which is good. But it came what could have been 2 years too late, as he had many opportunities, not only in this race, but many other races, at getting his first career win. So we're going to have quite a few of these videos with Chase Elliott in it. And I think the next one actually is Elliott Dover. But yeah, we'll figure it out from there. Thanks for watching this video, and Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions for more videos of this type, please put it in the comments. But thank you for joining along and watching this video.